Bruce Lee, a towering figure in martial arts and popular culture, held a philosophy that transformed how people approached martial arts. For Lee, martial arts was far more than a series of movements or a path to physical dominance. It was a medium for self-expression, where the practitioner's inner life took shape through movement and action. This belief became a cornerstone of Lee's martial arts style, known as Jeet Kune Do, which emphasized fluidity, adaptability, and personal expression. His philosophy challenges traditional approaches, urging practitioners to shed limitations, embrace their own identities, and explore freedom through martial arts. The journey to Jeet Kune Do. Bruce Lee's early years in martial arts were rooted in classical styles, most notably Wing Chun, a traditional Chinese martial art. Yet, as he grew, he felt restricted by the rigid structures and repetitive patterns of classical training. To Lee, adhering strictly to any one style felt like wearing a suit that didn't fit. Instead, he began combining elements of various martial arts, constantly adapting his style to be a more natural and honest expression of his own strengths and weaknesses. This fusion eventually evolved into Jeet Kune Do, which he famously described as the style with no style. In this new form, the emphasis was on adapting to each moment rather than executing predetermined techniques. Lee viewed martial arts as akin to creative arts like painting, poetry, or music, where individual expression takes precedence. He urged his students to absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and add what is uniquely your own. In other words, he encouraged them to transcend boundaries, blending techniques that worked best for them while discarding those that didn't align with their personal style or physique. This made Jeet Kune Do not just a martial art, but a philosophical approach to life, where authenticity and self-honesty are paramount. Breaking down barriers. In Lee's view, true self-expression in martial arts required the destruction of barriers, physical, mental, and emotional. His famous analogy of martial artists as water illustrates this well. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put it into a bottle, it becomes the bottle, just as water takes the shape of whatever it flows into. Lee believed martial artists should remain adaptable, free from the constraints of rigid structure. The concept of water served as both a guiding metaphor and a method, reminding students to remain open to constant change and adapt to the unique challenges each fight or even each day might bring. Lee's philosophy also tackled psychological barriers, particularly fear and ego. He stressed that ego stifles true self-expression because it fixates on appearances and perceptions, which can create fear of failure and judgment. Instead, Lee advised martial artists to focus on the moment, forgetting the idea of winning.